Hello everyone, I am DireFox240 and today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to make a tutorial.
Take two!
Take two! The first take I messed something up severely and we're not going to talk about it. Well, actually we will talk about it. But either way. So, I happen to be a huge nerd for the Gallop racer games that run PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 actually.
Horse racing games.
Horse racing games.
And breeding.
And yes, that's the big one, breeding. Well, Gallop Racer 2004 is all about racing, Gallop Racer 2006 is all about breeding. To the point where the game essentially is like, hey, breed horses or you're not going to get certain achievements. Sorry, that's just how it works. But the fun thing is, with the advent of the internet and all sorts of other fun things like emulators, we can actually do interstable breeding, meaning I can make a profile, Wolf can make a profile on a separate memory card, and we can trade horses to essentially add some
Prevent
variety.
inbreeding.
Yeah, add variety to the gene pool, which is huge. Back in the day, people were literally either mailing their memory cards to each other, or using hacking devices like max drives and such to copy their horses, encrypt them with certain passwords they have to send the other person, send both of those things to that person, other person downloads it, uses the password to de-encrypt it, etc. It's a mess. So, thankfully our method is going to be substantially simpler. Still sending things over the internet, but you know. First step, no matter what, is either copying your save data over to a new memory card, which you have to create a new one for, obviously. Or, you can create a new memory card and start up a new profile. We're gonna just copy my save data over to the new memory card. So, we're running PCSX2 nightly, so it might look a little different if you downloaded the stable version, but it's the same interface, just mine's dark. So settings, memory cards. I currently have my main memory card plugged in up here. So we're going to create a new memory card. Just name it test take 2.
Wow, Direfox, that font's kind of small.
I also can't spell, apparently.
I know. It's amazing that you have a college degree. Two college degrees. In spelling.
Correct. And yet I can't spell. I type with one hand faster than the other is what I say to myself as an excuse. But we all know it's just an excuse. So if you're
That's
trying...
what she said.
God damn it, Wolf. At least you're gonna make the tutorial fun. So if you're gonna...
You wish. I'm gonna make it hell.
You're already making it hell. Good job.
Exactly.
So, if you wanted to make a profile on this new memory card rather than copying your save data over, you hit this little button to eject your main memory card. Right-click your new memory card, use for port 1, close, boot up the game, there you go, make your new profile, do whatever it is you want to do, etc. And now, I'm just going to copy my save data over, and I'll show you how to do that.
Now, Direfox.
Yes.
What happens if you right-click and say insert port 1 to a second memory card
That's
while
not
one's
already...
still imported on port 1?
It just replaces it.
Okay.
Which is
so
actually kind of
nifty. You didn't have to eject it. Got it.
I'm so used to ejecting because I'm old school. I actually grew up in the 90s and I have to actually blow into cartridges and shut systems off to replace memory cards. Those were the days. Anyway, so yeah, thankfully if you...
Actually, on the PlayStation series, you didn't have to shut them off.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
Cards.
You could just go, you shut the game down and take the disc out or open the disc port so it doesn't automatically boot the disc and then you can do things from there. We're gonna do something similar actually. So now that we have our memory cards in the proper places. It doesn't really matter if it's port 1 or 2 for either of the cards. We'll get to that in a second. So, in this case, we're going to go to System, Start BIOS. Happy PlayStation noises. We can't hear them because it's on the other audio. And then, God, how many people probably don't know what this screen looks like these days? Oh my god, that makes me feel old.
The niece and nephew.
Yeah. Oh. We're gonna hit browser, and you can actually physically, quote unquote, see your memory cards.
So, truly the best console interface ever.
It was so simple and very straightforward.
Well, it was also not only that, but pleasant, very well.
The
very
sounds
well
are always
polished,
great.
and the sounds.
To die for. So we'll go to our main memory card here, and then we're gonna copy our system data over. So you hit X button, copy to new memory card, unformatted, doesn't matter. You wish to copy after formatting? Yes. Formatting essentially tells the PlayStation, hey, this is a PlayStation 2 memory card, this is what it do. and then it blows up the little squished save data. Yeah, it's adorable. And if you want to make sure that everything went over safely, just go over the other memory card. You'll see your system data. Done. So we copy the system data over first, so that way the when you send over the game data, doesn't freak out. I think you can actually send the game data over first anyway, and it'll make a copy of the system data automatically. But for my own peace of mind, I'm just doing it one at a time.
So what's the VTR stuff?
VTRs is replays!
Got it.
So yeah, you can save replays after races, and they store them as separate files.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool, actually.
That's so that you can delete individual replays.
Correct. So you can watch them, they're just
or
named...
copy them.
Or copy them. I can actually put this over on the other memory card and share my replays with other people if I so desire. Or I can just record them using, OBS. But either way. So that's... Let me double check, make sure I did that right. Yep, so now we have our game file over here. I keep hitting options. Back. Because circle was back button back in the day.
Still is on PlayStation.
Obviously still is on PlayStation. How many times that messed me up playing FF7 on PS1? The circle button is okay and X is cancel. So, now we can change disk from game list, because it's already here, double click, and it'll do the happy thing where it sends the little dot off into the ether and boots up our game for us. Well done, sir! Exquisitely executed.
Can you tell how many times I did that?
You had the timing perfect.
Yeah, I was watching.
You're always
I used the
watching.
PlayStation 2 an awful lot, okay?
It's still sitting on our freaking desk over here.
Yep.
Plus the library.
We need to expand that library again.
Yeah. Actually, since I copied the save data over, I think I'm doing an extraneous step, but I'll show you all how to do it anyway. So... when I did this the first time, I just made a new profile, like a Putz. So, options. A menu that nobody ever freaking uses in this game. And here we got more buttons. So, the VTR replay is where you can actually play back your recorded races. I always do this myself, where you can re-watch your replays. Or delete them. And you can change your button settings.
Where you can watch your saved replays.
Yes, I messed this up last time. But yes, you can watch your saved replays through this menu if you so desire. You can change your button settings if you're feeling froggy. I don't know why you would. Change your race environment. You can actually deselect certain widgets on the racing screen. Have fun. Sound. You can turn off the announcer if you find that he is annoying. But we want data management.
Or that his audio is broken because you're using an emulator.
Correct. Copy / delete. We're not using passwords today. / ever anymore. And it'll prompt you to load in your first memory card. Prompt you to load in the second memory card. Now, as I accidentally discovered last time I was recording this, if you have no system data from Gallop Racer 2006 on the second memory card, it will not try to bring this up because there's no save data. So it's like, hey, you didn't format this, you idiot. Try again. So our lists are going to look exactly the same, but for funsies, let's delete Captain Nemo. So confirm, delete, if you really want to do that. I'm just advising against that for the most part, unless you literally have doubles of the same horses. And you can actually tab over between these two menus with the arrow keys, left and right arrow keys. Well, or however you have your keyboard set up.
You used to always do on PlayStation games?
Correct, but I don't know, people might not know.
Right.
PC or GameCube or, those funky controllers.
Or the niece and nephew.
Or the niece and nephew, as we will use in frequent examples. So, I take Captain Nemo.
They're used to using the buffers.
I know. Really?
I bet you it still works. Left and right top buffer? L1 and R1?
No, but the L2 and R2 scroll.
Okay, so that's page up and page down.
So we'll copy him over. Now his little symbol has changed from GR to RV. That's important. In order to retain him, you have to click on him again and hit save. Saving my horse info to game file, are you sure? Yeah, absolutely. Save successful. Alright, so now he's over there. Actually, he even shows up a little differently, and I'll show you that after we do the upload. You wish to exit, yes. Back up. You don't actually have to back up all the way to the top menu, but I do.
So what does RV mean?
I have no idea.
Versus GR?
No clue.
Okay.
I hope somebody does and they can comment and tell me, but I always assumed GR means Gallop Racer because memes. RV? Shrugs. So now we can send Captain Nemo off on either memory card, but we'll do the test memory card. So we'll do shutdown. Yes. Shutdown virtual machine. You don't have to do all that, but I recommend it just in case. I'm going to eject the test port, or the test memory card, because I'm freaking anal. And then you go over to wherever you have, or wherever you've installed PCSX, and you go to memory cards, or mem cards. Open that sucker up. You see your test take 2, in our case. I'm going to copy that.
By right-clicking.
By right-clicking. Again, some people may not know this. I grew up with computers, so that all this kind of...
I did not.
Wolf did not, so he's telling me these things because he's like, hey,
Idiot.
Yeah.
Idiot-proof it.
Exactly. So I'm going to open Google Chrome. I'm going to go to my Google Drive. Or you can just open a new tab, type in Google Drive, and apparently we were searching kilowatt hours at some point. And then I have a folder here for gaming specifically, so I'm gonna open that up. Actually, otherwise, let me back up a step here. If you want to make a folder yourself, right-click in this white space, new folder, title your folder, done. So we're gonna go into gaming, Gallop Race 2006. Actually, I put it somewhere else, but we're gonna put it here. And then we're going to put the file in here. I didn't actually have to copy it. Click and drag into whatever folder you want to put it in.
Do you want to show them how to add somebody to the folder?
Yes, we're doing that next.
Okay.
So that's done, and you right-click on your memory card, share, and then, obviously, Direfox is me. Anyone with the link can view. I mean, these technically don't matter, it's not a file that people can edit, but viewer, and then you can copy link copied, and you can paste it either in your email and send to people, or you can drop it in Discord, however, whatever communication service you guys use these days. Done. And there you go, that's that. You can send that link off to whoever you want, and people now have your horses. So I'm going to retrieve a memory card that someone gave me. Make sure I hit all the steps before I go doing this. Yep, okay, we should be good. So I'm gonna go back to gaming because I put it somewhere else like an idiot. PS2 memory cards. I'm gonna download Valera's. Right click, download. Scanning for viruses. It might be dangerous, I know, download it anyway. It doesn't recognize the file format, essentially. So, click the little arrow, show in folder.
That's besides the fact that it really could be dangerous if you don't know the other person.
That is true, yeah. It could actually be malicious. I mean, .ps2 is one thing, but if it looks weird, if it doesn't have .ps2, don't touch it. Or if you haven't talked to the person, either over like a Discord call or IRL, be careful with your files. I'm going to cut in this case, because I'm going to take it from this folder and put it in a different folder. I'm going to go back to where I have my PS2, memory cards. I'm going to paste it, right-click paste. Already has a name, yes, please replace the file in case somebody, say, updates their stable, sends you a new link to the memory card. The way this looks, by the way, I forgot to show that. If I double-click on this, it shows this. So no matter what, you download from here as well, if you want to just double-click it rather than right-click, download. Totally up to you. So I don't need this anymore, I can close that out. I have Valera's memory card in here. Close those. I'm gonna close that and refresh.
Now let's hope that you went through all those menus slow enough for people to actually see what you were clicking on.
I hope I did, because I was trying to take a breath between each one. So we're gonna use for port 2 for Valera's card. Close that. Open the game. If somebody sends you a link to their memory card, it'll look identical to that double-clicking on the memory card screen. Load complete.
Or it should.
I saw it. I was playing around with it earlier. It looks the same. If not, you can hate me in the comments, that's fine too. Boot this bad boy up. Come on. Nope, not theme park. Options. Back to options again. Data. My horse data. Copy, delete. Load from memory card 1. Hit X a bunch of times. Load from memory card 2. And then...
like all the 90s kids did.
And then Valera she made a new profile. We have 0 races, 0 wins, so clearly, 0 hours played. And she just transferred her horse the same way we're about to do to that new memory card she made. We're gonna go over and click on Heartbreaker. Copy. Of course, the same name exists. Oh, did I not delete him properly?
Probably not.
Alright, well, I'll delete him. So you click on him, delete. You're really sure when you want to delete? Yes, please. Now we can copy. Sorry, Heartbreaker. And then you want to make sure you click on him and hit save. Save onto memory card 1, yes. Cool. We'll back up. And this doesn't change memory card 2 whatsoever. You don't delete the horse off of the memory card that you're transferring from, which is freaking fantastic. So theoretically, 2 copies or multiple copies of a horse will exist simultaneously. The game will recognize this, as you saw. So all the pedigree stuff, if I tried to breed Heartbreaker with his brother, it'll show up as ridiculous inbreeding, etc. How the game keeps track of it, I don't freaking know. I'm assuming it's programmed arrays. Or matrices for the technological people. So I'm gonna go into my save file and show you what it looks like to have retained Heartbreaker. So go to theme park. Now if you just want to breed with him, we'll start that first. We'll go to Gallop Stallion. He is a colt, so we'll go to stud. He's right here. He'll be in blue instead of green. You know, Captain Nemo is my horse that you saw me transfer over earlier to the other memory card. Heartbreaker is blue, so it's a really quick and easy way to see it's not your horse. So you can view him there, or he's actually in my stable now. He's right here. I can click on him. I can look at his stats. He's pretty freaking cool. No abilities. I can view his pedigree, the titles that he's earned. I don't know if I can actually change his tax settings. Let me see that real quick. I can. So I was thinking in Monster Hunter, when you transfer palicos to each other, you can't change their names. But you can change tax settings, and you can delete him from here if you so desire. We'll back up. No, we don't need to save. He also shows up in Field of Legend and Title Collection, which is freaking sweet. If you say somebody is having trouble with a race and you want to send over, like, hey, this guy's really good at dirt sprints, for example, you can do that. You can send a horse over to a friend of yours and help him out. So I'm going to click on a random race here, and here's Heartbreaker, marked with the RV and the blue text. These red ones are ones I haven't finished racing yet, so I can't race them until I've unlocked all of their stats. So back out of there. No, we don't need to save. And just for redundancy's sake, if you go into Title Collection, you'll see him there too. Oh right, frick, I'm running a horse right now. Hang on, let me save, and I'll retire this horse and then I just won't save. Save game. This is a little trick that people use anyway, actually, to check on other horses. So say you have bred like 5 foals, and you just want to do like a quick check of their surface preferences, for example. You can go in, save your game, retire whatever horse it was you're running, make sure you don't save the game after you do so, and you can run the horse that you just selected back out, don't save, restart if you want. So retire. Damn it. Never mind! Alright, I'm not showing you that, but this is one of my horses. I thought it was something else. Alright. Never mind. So it'll show up the same way as in Field of Legend. But instead of Field of Legend, the other menu options will be normal and special horses, and then there's a tab for my horses. You'll find Heartbreaker there, or whatever horse that you decided to transfer over. I don't know why I clicked on Field of Legend again. But yeah, that's it. I think I covered everything. Well, am I missing anything?
I don't know.
Fair enough. So, on that note, until later, friends, I don't know if I'll be making more Gallop Racer tutorials or more videos, if that matter, or if I'm just going to give these files to Valera to upload, but what have you. Whatever you happen to be viewing this on, that's what happened. Enjoy yourselves. Peace, breed monsters, etc. Share with your friends. Bye.
Bye.